It's a Tuesday, going to be a high 82. Might see an afternoon isolated shower. See if that comes to fruition or not. You know what I did yesterday? That was so nice. It can be a dreaded day in a man's life, but I didn't mind because it didn't cost me anything. It's usually the cost that really kind of drives you nuts. But it was time. I needed to redo my socks and my t-shirts.
Okay.
Like they're getting raggedy. Every couple of days I'll put on a pair of socks and like there's a hole by the ankle or something. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm getting all new socks and I'm getting all new white t-shirts.
Look at you.
But the problem is nowadays when you go, you're spending an ungodly amount of money. And I get it. You're getting 10 per pack or whatever it is, but still you don't have to drop money on stupid plain white t-shirts. But because we did something with our cell phones at Sam's Club, we got a whole bunch of gift certificates to Sam's Club, so I didn't have to spend a dime. I just went and got my stuff, and I showed them the gift certificate, and I was like, free t-shirts and socks, which is a great feeling.
Yes. Oh, good for you.
I know. Very happy about it.
You always wear a white t-shirt.
Always.
No matter what.
Yep. I wear a white t-shirt under my t-shirt in the summer.
Is that for nipple protection?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a tism thing. It's a tism.
So you wear a t-shirt under a t-shirt?
Uh-huh. In the summer, 99% of the time, I'll wear a plain white t-shirt underneath a t-shirt.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah. Because the other problem, too, is the other tism thing is if it's not tucked in, like in the back, and I get I'm like,
So you need one tucked in and then one can hang out.
With a little bit of tism comes a little bit of fun. If you got a bit of tism, well, you're not the only one. Because they say that it's a spectrum that everybody's on. And a little bit of tism is a mighty bit of fun.
Yeah. 100%. It's ridiculous.
We all got our stuff.
A lot of times I got to, on the white t-shirt, I'll, give it a couple rolls on the sleeves because I don't want the white t-shirt hanging out the sleeve of the other t-shirt I'm wearing.
Okay.
So I got to make sure it stays tucked up under. Yeah.
Oh,
well, you got some stuff going on.
Oh, absolutely.
You got a whole routine.
My t-shirt stuff is like the part that you saw that hit the Titanic. There's still so much more underneath. Yeah.
Oh, it's like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, that's all you're seeing is just that part. Yeah. Nipple touching and tucked in t-shirts. That's just we'll call that the Titanic part. There's a whole underground thing going on. Anyways, how are you, Kelly?
I am fine. Yesterday I was looking around. I'm desperate for some sugar, something sweet to eat.
Okay.
And I have nothing at home, but I did find a package of instant vanilla pudding. And I'm like, did I make this? I haven't made pudding in years.
Yeah.
I had it for a different recipe that I never made.
Just that packet of powder?
Yeah. Packet of powder. I made it. It is not good. It's not good.
No.
But it did hit the spot, I guess, for sugar.
Just enough, right.
It's sort of...
Yeah. What flavor?
Vanilla. Oh. I used to die for snack pack pudding when I was a kid. I wanted my mom to buy snack pack all the time because I thought it was the greatest thing in the world, eating pudding at lunch. But let me tell you, it's lost its shine over the last 50 years.
You know what's funny is I never had snack pack pudding growing up. We always got the Jell-O instant pudding that my mom would make with the hand mixer. And then she always bought, what'd she call them? She called them Cloud Nines or something. A little dollop of Cool Whip on top of chocolate pudding. Yeah, that was always good.
That's nice.
It was always good. But it was always Jell-O pudding cups or pudding cups and boxed macaroni and cheese. Two things I never had growing up. Because it was always the elbow macaroni mixed with the Cheese Whiz. That was our macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
And then she made the Jell-O instant pudding. So I was so happy when I finally could start digging into those little cups.
Snack packs,
Oh, man. Most importantly, though, how's your shoulder feeling?
Oh, I thank you for asking.
Yeah.
It is better.
Good?
It's better. I had a much better night's sleep last night.
Okay.
I think the pain is lessened. I'm getting a miracle healing, I think, of my shoulder, because I want to tell you how awful. It hurt so badly I couldn't quit bringing it up yesterday.
Yeah? No, we got about 7 updates during the morning show alone. Yeah.
And those were the off-the-air updates.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I gave some on the air as well. No, I'm doing much better, thanks.
Good. Dick, how are you on a Tuesday?
I'm doing great. Got some seeds planted yesterday, so
nice.
Begin that. And I really...
Are these seeds for beauty, smoking, or eating?
Smoking.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. I don't know if they were just flowers, they're smoking flowers, or if you're growing vegetables. Could be anything.
The weed!
Okay, good to know.
I do really need you to start watching Reacher so that we can talk about it.
I will get close because now that Paradise is done and The Pit has one more episode, that will be...
It's so good.
That'll be my follow-up.
Wait, do you watch Hacks, though? If you don't watch Hacks, okay, never mind.
I got to get on Hacks. All right.
No, you don't.
Hacks is amazing.
I actually read a lot about it.
It's the season 5. They already dropped the first episode. It's so good.
5 seasons already? Man.
It's the fifth and final.
Fifth and final.
But anyway,
okay.
You don't care. Go on.
I'm sorry, it's just really cool when you find a show that has been out for a while. I knew nothing about it.
Right.
I've never seen. I guess there's 30 books.
Oh, there's
about
a lot.
Reacher.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And I never saw the Tom Cruise movies. There were 2 of them, right?
Yep.
And did you see those?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, but you haven't seen the TV show.
No, it's in the TV show yet.
Yeah, so there's 3 seasons of it. I'm only halfway through the first season.
Okay, wait. Did you start watching it because of the guy who got in the big motorcycle fight?
No, I had seen you'll every now and then the YouTube quick videos.
Yep.
You'll see a clip from it. And I've seen 3 or 4 or 5, of them, and I'm like, I need to watch this, man. This looks like a show it is fantastic.
And then the guy beat the heck out of his neighbor, and you're like, I'm in.
Oh, he beats the hell out of everybody.
Yeah.
This is what he does.
Yep.
And it's always very entertaining.
Could be a setup though, because at that almost the exact same time he had that new Netflix movie, that War Machine movie
I hear
that
that's
came out on
great,
Netflix.
too.
It's not great.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, it's a good popcorn movie.
Okay.
It's entertaining.
Yeah. Well, the show Reacher's a good popcorn show.
Right. Right.
But yeah, you will. I just know it's the kind of show you will love.
Okay.
So
well, check it out.
Definitely got to watch it.
Well, we've got a lot to do on a Tuesday, including your tickets for Bat Out of Hell, the musical. If you're a Meatloaf fan, then you might want to check this out. I want to talk about picking up the tab, because someone asked a very interesting question online that I want to get into. And anything else we can find to get into trouble with, we will do. Right now, let's get started with Blitz Morning Trivia. Thick.
$25 to Waterbeds and Stuff if you're the first one to text in the correct answer. The Duffer Brothers, who created Stranger Things, have a brand new series coming to Netflix next month. And it's got a Stranger Things feel to it, but it's much older people in this show, and want to know the name of the new show coming to Netflix from the Duffer Brothers. Be the first one to text it in. 800-821-9970 will give you that gift card.
All right, let's get that answer for Blitz Morning Trivia, Thick.
All right, the Duffer Brothers, who created Stranger Things, have a brand new show coming to Netflix next month, and it's got a very Stranger Things feel to it, but with much older people. What is the name of the show? And it's called The Burrows. And pretty good cast, man. Alfred Molina, Gina Davis, Bill Pullman. I just watched the trailer this morning. It's like this perfect retirement community, but it's anything but perfect, and there's some strange things happening in this community.
You were playing the trailer. I couldn't see it. I could only hear it because I was on my side working over here. And as I was listening to it, I was like, are they remaking Cocoon? Like, that's what I thought.
I can see why you thought that.
Yeah, it sounded, old people, but it's not what you think. Or I heard some old people say this is just the beginning. This retirement community isn't us dying. It's just the beginning. And I was like, oh, they're remaking Cocoon. But no, it's Stranger Things.
I suppose it could be kind of similar. I have no idea other than what I saw. There's no telling. There's so many little things in the trailer that you just have no idea. But it looks good.
All right.
I mean, I'll give it a shot.
I thought Bill Pullman was dead. Oh. Why did I think Bill Pullman was dead?
No, you're thinking of Bill Paxton.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Maybe you're right. No, you're right. Okay, Bill Paxton. Yep.
Yeah. And that I still can't believe.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Robert Lika from Hilliard, first one to text in the correct answer, scores $25 to go to Waterbeds and Stuff.
Congratulations.
Ooh. Did you just bare hand catch a bug?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Can I tell you? Maybe I want to save this for later. Maybe I'll bring it up later. But it's funny. I'll just tell you real quick. Yesterday, as we left work, I pulled out of here, and at the first light, as I'm sitting there, I noticed on my windshield I had a little mosquito, which is what I just snatched out of the air here. There's a little mosquito on my windshield. And it flew down to where the dashboard and the windshield meet.
Yeah.
So it was in that crevice, and I'm waiting for it to come out. And it finally comes out. what I thought was enough where I could get it. And I'm like slapping my window and I'm jabbing my finger in the crevice and I'm karate chopping it to the side and I can't quite get it and it keeps moving. And you just see me in the driver's seat like, and I look over and
hot girl.
Well, the person in the car next to me is like crossed. They're like, what the hell? And I was like, buck, green light. Gotta go. Look like a total idiot. It's like the person you catch who, if you're like in the park or something and you see the person walking and you don't know, but they just walked into like a spider web, like just a thin cobweb. And all of a sudden they're like, ah! And you're like, okay, right. Psycho. What's going on over there? It's exactly what I looked like in my car. Just slapping the windshield like a fool. So just know, people are always watching.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
All right, our first story takes us over to Pennsylvania, where McKinley Pace Jr. was on his way to work. The 35-year-old was getting ready to head over to D'Annunzio's, which is a restaurant there. And like a lot of people, maybe he was, not having the best start to his day, or maybe not even the best start to his week. Maybe 2026 hasn't been going his way. Who knows? But apparently, he walked into work, he clocked in, and not even 60 seconds later, a coworker there who wasn't doing, I guess, what they were supposed to be doing. And McKinley felt like he was doing everyone else's work. And he finally snapped. He says, I've had enough. I'm going to punch him in the face. And the guy said, well, I'm right here. And that's when McKinley Pace Jr. walked over and punched him in the face multiple times. And then walked over and punched the guy's wife in the face.
What?
I don't know. I'm not laughing at her getting punched in the face. It's just I've already beat up your man. Now, for some reason, I'm going to hit you once as well.
Good thing their kid wasn't there.
Right? Witnesses say this all happened, again, within 60 seconds of McKinley walking in. Police were called, but by that time, McKinley had left, and they're actually still looking for him. They don't know where he went after he left. Yeah, they're still trying to track him down.
This is like a falling down situation.
Yes.
He's had enough.
Yeah, he just snapped. Yep. God forbid he walks into McDonald's at 10:32 trying to order a breakfast sandwich. It's just not going to go well.
Honey Badger don't care. Honey Badger smacks the shit out of it.
Right. They're still trying to track him down. They're going to arrest him for aggravated assault. Now, here's the thing. According to the internet, if you Google D'Annunzio's restaurant, it is known for its friendly service, warm atmosphere, and delicious Italian food. So you might want to take that warm atmosphere off your restaurant description there, because it looks like your employees are not providing that warm atmosphere. They're ready to snap. They're ready to go toe-to-toe. D'Annunzio's /UFC night.
Wasn't D'Annunzio the name of the a-hole caddy in Caddyshack?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, it was. D'Annunzio.
Wouldn't you like to
or
know?
Close.
No, wouldn't you like to know D'Annunzio?
That's yeah, that's right.
D'Annunzio.
Yep, that is true. Story number 2 takes us over to Washington State. Bremerton, Washington, where police were called because a man broke his way into a building downtown and barricaded himself in the bathroom. Police showed up. Obviously, the employees were scared. They had a man just come berating into their business and runs right into the bathroom, and he's not coming out. So they call the police. That's when the police showed up, and they started yelling demands for the man to leave the bathroom, as they would. They're in a bit of a standoff, unsure of what's happening behind closed doors. Well, finally, after several moments and after several attempts of getting the man out, he came out. But what happened next, according to the chief of police, was not your typical burglary scenario. Again, this is from the police report. The police chief said, let's just say the situation became immediately clear to everyone present that this was less about criminal intent and more about a full-blown personal emergency. The man told the police, and I quote, it was a crisis of the bowels.
Well, we've all been there.
All been there. In fact, it wasn't that long ago. It was less than a month ago that I was asking the question, I can't remember if we were like stuck at a red light or something, but thinking like, God forbid if something happened and you run into a bank or like a doctor's office, not a restaurant that has a public bathroom. Right. You run into a business knowing you got to go or something very messy is going to happen. Do you do it? Do you take that chance on maybe them calling the police? Or the same, I brought up the question a while ago. Let's say the plane is, 5,000 feet from landing. You're on final approach. Everyone's buckled in. You're supposed to be buckled in, but then it happens. Do you get up and run to the airplane bathroom, or do you not?
I think you'll get on a do not fly list. Even if it's a personal emergency. You're not allowed to do that.
Would they rather you went in your pants?
I don't think they care because you'll be taking the mess off with you. I honestly...
Well, depends on how bad that mess is.
You're thinking, let's say final approach, 5,000 feet, you're 3 minutes from landing, you taxi, then you have to wait to get off the plane. You don't think every passenger on that plane would fight for you and say, he did the right thing. We don't want to sit here for 30 minutes smelling poo up and down this metal tube.
I would love to know what's
the protocol on that?
Yes.
Would you get put on a no-fly list?
Please tell us if you've been a flight attendant or a pilot or something.
Yeah.
What happens?
Anyways, police say based on, this is again, quote from the police report, based on the totality of the circumstance, that assessment was not in dispute. So they knew that he was in a crisis of the bowels, as he put it, and no charges were pressed. It must have been a real crisis because he was taken to the hospital for treatment.
Oh, my gosh.
So he must have, straight up blown out his O-ring if they're taking him to the hospital after
buddy.
that.
We'll get through this together.
Yeah, we'll get through this together. That's your not-so-breaking news, 99.7 The Blitz. All right, Kelly, I really want your opinion on something here.
What?
There's a new service that you can get. It's $1.99 a minute. Now, in the totality of it all, it's not the first time that people have paid $1.99 a minute or more. I remember racking up a $290 phone bill to Miss Cleo. Happened.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It started as hey, we should try this. And it was let me try again. And it's also not the first time that they have digitized religion before. You can get the Bible on the Kindle and things like that.
Got the Bible app.
Yeah.
Got it on my phone right now.
Okay. Well, kind of, continuing and combining things and moving into the future. There is now a new AI tool. And for $1.99 a minute, you can talk to Jesus. This is what it sounds like.
Hi, Jesus. I've been having a really hard time in life, and I'm looking for some inspiration and guidance.
That heaviness you're carrying is truly felt, and I want you to know you're not walking through it alone. In the Gospel of John, Jesus reminds us that He is the way, the truth, and the life, and that through Him we can find true rest for our souls. Trust that the same steady love can be your anchor today, even when the waves seem high, and lean on prayer as a safe harbor.
Now, to me, because I have never gone, I don't know the process, but to me this seems like not a confessional, but almost going to your church, to your head of your church, and just asking them for advice.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they do? They interpret the Bible and they give you, the Holy Word or whatever the advice they would give you. But now you're just paying $1.99 for it.
Yeah, I feel like whatever to me brings you closer to Jesus is not a bad thing, although I do have an issue with the $1.99 part of it.
Okay.
Because now this is somebody putting in their work or whatever. I guess what I would say is you can get the Bible free as an app.
Right.
Free. And they have little teachings every single day on there, if that's what you're looking for.
Okay.
They even have things categorized. If you are suffering, grief, anxiety, they have these little categories, and they'll have Bible verses for them. But I do think that people, if some kind of visual experience like that can bring you closer to the real Jesus, I guess I don't have a problem with it, other than the fact that it costs money, and you don't need to pay money to get closer to Jesus.
Okay.
That's free.
There's no requirement when you go to a church to was it tithe?
No. There's no requirement. I mean, listen, as a follower of Jesus, tithing is something that you are encouraged to do by God, to give the first fruits of, they say, of
right.
The whole 10% thing, and that is meant to further the work of the church,
right?
And it is meant for your own personal, sanctification, or here's my, that is a good thing. But no, you are not required to give your money to sit in church.
So the things that the clip we just listened to, and AI Jesus was giving that advice.
Yeah,
that's something that if you get the Bible app, that's all little teachings, little things already offered.
Yes.
So it's the $1.99 thing.
It's the $1.99 thing that bugs me, because you can get all that for free. There are 1 million sermons on YouTube that you can watch for free on any variety of topics.
Okay.
Free.
All right.
I don't know about this, but Timothy said paying for Christian advice is literally anti-Christian. I have no idea.
I don't know. There are Christian therapists and stuff. I suppose you could pay to unload your grief on or whatever, but
hey, so I didn't see the company that did this, but
here's what I would worry about is what else are you putting in the message? Are you sticking strictly to the Bible?
Okay, yeah.
Because if you're not, then you're relying on a human sort of, spin on things, and that's kind of where you might get into a little trouble.
It's just called Company.
Company.
Yeah, Company is the one that made Jesus AI. Hey, here's the other thing too, because let's say you get an AI something, if you download an app for driving and you change the voice to Samuel L. Jackson, people make money. You have to copyrighted things.
Yeah.
So anyone can just make an AI Jesus, because there's no real copyright on Jesus, so anyone can just do it.
Right.
So that seems like a bit of a. That's weird.
Yeah.
Anyone can just jump on and make AI Jesus and giving advice.
I suppose. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no copyright to the.
And it's not blasphemous. Is it? It's not blasphemous if you're actually using the Bible and bringing people in.
Yeah, I don't think it's blasphemous.
Okay.
I think it might be blasphemous to portray yourself as Jesus Christ healing people and pulling that image off the internet because you got such huge blowback.
He was a doctor. He was a doctor healing people.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, portraying yourself as Christ is a whole other discussion.
If you want to get AI Jesus, he was trained by the King James Bible, is the one that they went off of, as well as sermons and various preachers. So go check it out if you want to pay the $1.99 a minute for some religious help.
And now, all right, I'm listening. 3 things you need to know before you go.
We now know the identities of the victims of the fatal multi-vehicle crash Saturday evening on 71 at 3637. They're a Dublin veterinarian, her husband, and their 1-year-old child. 36-year-old Dr. Linnea Saposky worked at Muirfield Animal Hospital. Her 37-year-old husband, Luke Saposky, was an analytical chemist at Mettler Toledo International in Columbus. They were traveling with their 1-year-old child, Logan. All 3 died at the scene. The family lived in Ashley, up in Delaware County. By the way, bond is now set at $500,000 for the Columbus semi-driver accused of causing that deadly crash. He has been charged with aggravated vehicular homicide. A Michigan man questioned in the disappearance of his wife in the Bahamas has been released from custody without charges. Brian Hooker told investigators his wife Lynn fell overboard in rough seas. 58-year-old left the police station yesterday with his attorney, who says police have no evidence and that Hooker has not done anything wrong. Police, though, say Hooker is still a suspect. Both Brian and Lynn do have a history of marital trouble and prior legal run-ins, which is interesting. I did not know that part of it. They separated back in 2024, but got back together. They had been living aboard their boat at the time of Lynn's death.
Yeah, no body out at sea. That's going to be hard to prove.
Yep. Fear there might be a little evidence on that body.
Yeah.
Of a non-accidental sort.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the 8 performers voted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2026 are Phil Collins, Billy Idol, Iron Maiden, Joy Division / New Order, Oasis, Sade, Luther Vandross, Wu-Tang Clan. And, they do think they're giving us some power by holding that fan vote. But once again, the winner of the fan vote was not selected for induction. This year, the winner was New Edition. It happened to Fish last year. They won the fan vote, but not induction. Back in 2020, the same thing happened to the Dave Matthews Band. They won the fan vote, did not get inducted that year. They had to wait another 4 years to get inducted. So they're like, well, we just waited all, like, blah, 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 whatever they're waiting.
So I was going to say, they take the fan vote and then put it into the calculation of others people's votes.
Right.
Yeah, the
it's
fan
not an
vote.
automatic.
The fan vote counts as one vote, the same as a member of the Rock Hall counts as one vote.
Right.
It's like a one-person vote for all the fans.
See, so I think, but okay, maybe I'm wrong, but my thought is that people think, all right, we're going to all get together, all of us New Edition fans, and we're going to vote these guys in. But it's like, no, you're just kind of voting for, like, a little tiny piece.
A tiny piece of it, right. Yep.
Yeah. So, anyway, there you go. That's, I always like to bring up the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for Thick Rick.
It's always fun.
What is it? I don't know anything about that.
I know
place.
you don't.
Don't want to. Won't waste my time with it. It's a joke.
Those are your 3 things.
Well, it is not the first time we have talked about the negative effects that screen time can have on people, especially kids. Talked about that. We've talked about how schools are, now blocking or locking up phones. No phone use during school time. There's been a ton of talk of how much screen time kids get at home. Excuse me. It's been a ton of talk of adults and how much time we spend in front of the screen. Kelly, you and I love to plop on the couch and doom scroll.
Seeing that week, I got to turn that off. The weekly, here's how much screen time you have every day.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
It's not pretty.
I have caught myself, in the things that annoy me. Like, I brought up the fact that sometimes a 13-year-old will leave the video games in his room to come to the pantry to get a snack, and I'll hear him coming down the steps, but it's not the footsteps I hear, it's the TikTok video that's playing, because he takes his phone from the bedroom to the pantry to be on the screen while grabbing a snack to then walk back to his bedroom to get back on the video game in front of another screen. Yeah. However, just last night, we were watching the latest episode of The Pit on HBO Max. And we don't have the ad-free version, so every 15 minutes, the ads pop up for 90 seconds. I grab my phone and I check Facebook real quick. And I'm like, damn it, I'm doing the same thing. Just screen time, screen time, screen time. However, new research has just found that the negative effects of all that screen time can actually be reversed. Researchers tracked people who had blocked internet access on the phone. They were allowed to call and text, but no scrolling of any kind. And after only 2 weeks of a digital detox, everyone's attention span in the study improved big time. They said the boost was similar to reversing 10 years of age-related decline when it comes to attention span and, noticing details and things like that. People also reported having less anxiety and feeling better overall as well. And if you can't go the full 2 weeks, they say that's fine. Even taking a partial digital detox, even for a couple days, seems to work and improves your mental stability, improves your attention span, all of it. So all you got to do, it's proven, 100% of people who did this had success. Just put your phone down for a week.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
No, it is an addiction.
Yeah.
Because I will say when they, you remember we lost TikTok for about 12 hours?
Yes.
It was, I can't describe to you in my soul the relief I felt that was not an option that morning for me, that Sunday morning. There was no option to scroll TikTok.
Yeah.
I actually picked up a book, and I felt happy that I wasn't going to be just chained to TikTok. I know it's in my control to turn it off, but I know that I won't turn it off.
And here's the other thing, too, is like most social media, TikTok has now been around long enough that it's starting to change, And the funny / entertainment videos have become minimal. And now it's more, political or angry or whatever. And so it's not what it used to be. But I still scroll waiting for the next funny video.
Do you know that I am neck deep in this beef between Alex Cooper and Alex Earl? They're two influencers, and probably nobody knows who they are.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
They're two giant influencers, and one of them used to work for Barstool with Dave Portnoy and blah, blah, blah. That was Alex Cooper. Alex Earl's a huge influencer, and they have beef. Why am I into that? Why do I know anything about that?
Right.
And now it's all in my feed. Of course, it's in the algorithm now. So it's like, when's Alex Earl going to respond?
And then you come across one video, and it's someone like either complaining or it's like a follow-up, and you're like, wait, I didn't see the original video.
Let me get back in there.
And then 4 or 5 videos later, you come across the original video.
Oh, it's terrible. It is a monumental waste of our lives.
Now, thankfully, you don't have to deal with any of this.
No, mostly no.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll scroll some, videos from time to time, but
you don't need.
I never look at them on my phone.
Yeah, you don't need 2 weeks to.
Unless you guys send me a
detox.
link.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys don't have to stop. Nobody needs to detox. It's fine. You guys can be part of the weaker class.
Absolutely.
I'll be over here just fine.
100%. If you want to partake, again, there's really no other step to follow than turn off the internet on your phone, use it for texting, use it for phone calls, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
it's a smart way to live.
100% of the people who partook in this study felt better and did better and had a mental age decline.
So easy to believe.
Just as simple as turning off the internet and stop scrolling for 2 weeks. Get a little reset. Good luck.
It's the Morning Blitz with Goose, Kelly, and Thick.
The time is gone. It's a time. Time after time. Good times. Big time. Let's use time warp again.
Yeah, we're going to play the Time Warp. We've got a pair of tickets for Bat Out of Hell, the musical, going down to the Palace Theater this Sunday. Even if you're not a musical fan, this is cool. If you love rock and roll, you're going to want to go because this is a musical, but it's basically written around Meatloaf's music. So when you go to the show, you're going to hear Bat Out of Hell, I Would Do Anything for Love, It's All Coming Back to Me, took the words right out of my mouth, plus some unreleased Meatloaf music as well. So it's cool. They wrap the story around his music. So if you're looking for something to do Sunday night, we'd love to send you 800-821-9970 right now. Very simple. We're going to play the Time Warp. Thick has worked diligently putting 3 clips together. All these clips are from the same year. You just got to figure out what year that is. Blitz, hi. Hi, who's this?
Music as well. Hi, Sydney.
I'm sorry, can you turn your radio down for me? I can't hear you over myself.
I'm sorry, baby.
That's okay, baby. Don't worry about it. Who's this?
Sydney.
Sydney, okay. Do you know your own name? The questions get harder from here, Sydney.
Yeah, I know my name at least.
All right, very good. All right, Sydney, here's the deal. We are going to play an audio montage for you. 3 clips of, could be TV, movies, music, commercials, product slogans, but they all come from the same year. So after we play it, all 3 of us are going to take a guess as to what year they're from, and the closest is going to win, okay?
Cool.
All right, Sydney. Mm-hmm. All right, listen closely. Think you ready with that montage?
Yep.
Let's go.
All the power and excitement of Nintendo right in the palm of your hand. Introducing Game Boy.
Can I do that?
Wow. All right. That's a good one. All right, Sydney, your choice. Do you want to go first or last on guessing the year that all 3 of those clips are from?
I'll go last.
You'll go last. Kelly, you're raising your eyebrows. Do you have a good idea what's going down?
No. I will say that Dr. Feelgood does kind of remind me of that era. Thick, you and I worked at the same radio station back then. This is like a sort of a rock top 40 format. And it's got to be around 1990, 1991. I'm going to guess 1991. Did I do that? Family Matters, right? what was the other one?
Uh-huh.
Nintendo, Game Boy. I'm going to say 91. That's
Okay.
my best guess. I could be way off. I don't know.
I think you're real close, because I think 88, 89 was the actual NES. Then I heard the Game Boy part. Family Matters was part of the ABC Friday night laughter stuff. But the one thing that's sticking out is I have watched The Dirt, the movie based on the book that Motley Crue wrote, 1,000,000 times. And I remember Dr. Feelgood, they're bragging about their first #1 hit, their #1 album, and then they went on this huge world tour that lasted like 3 years. I want to say it kicked off in 92. I'm going with 92, because I think Family Matters was 92. I think that whole Friday night, thank God, at TGIF.
Yeah.
That was TGIF.
Okay.
Pretty sure it was 92.
All right.
All right, Sydney. Kelly's got 91. I've got 92. What do you think?
I was thinking 1996.
96.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You're jumping ahead. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's find out. Thick, what year was this year's Time Warp?
All the power and excitement of Nintendo right in the palm of your hand. Introducing Game Boy.
Can I do that?
Love that kid.
Urkel.
All right, so the Game Boy, not the Nintendo, the actual Game Boy handheld, the Motley Crue album Dr. Feelgood, and the debut of the TV show Family Matters all came out in 1989.
What?
Yes.
It was that early?
Yes.
Really?
You're all wrong.
Okay. Guess we were off.
Dang.
Well, I'm sorry,
I was born
Sydney.
in 99. I was like guessing.
Yeah, we were not correct this time around. But you know what? I've got these tickets anyways, and since you participated this morning, I'll hook you up. You're going to go see Bat Out of Hell this Sunday night at the Palace Theater, okay?
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're
It's fun playing
welcome.
with you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a great day. Continue to
You too,
enjoy
babe.
that
Thanks.
wake and bake.
Oh, yes, I did.
No, we know.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah, it's great. No, enjoy.
Yeah. That's all right, Sydney. You go ahead.
Okay,
Nuts
baby.
about- yeah, baby. Whatever you say,
Y'all are
baby.
too much. I'm going into work. And
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, don't go anywhere. I got to get some
Round
info.
baby.
Yeah, baby. You hang on.
honey.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. Hang on.
I saw this question posted on the World Wide Web, and I was like, oh, I kind of know how that feels. I've been in this situation before, so I definitely have a personal feeling about this question. I'm very curious as to where you sit. Because someone very simply asked, does Taylor Swift always pick up the tab, like when you go out for like dinner and drinks or whatever? Whether it's with one friend, whether it's with a group of friends. Because most likely, she will by far have the most money.
Oh, without a doubt.
And anyone at the table. There'll be a very small, select group of people that sit at a table with Taylor Swift that have more money than Taylor Swift. So does she automatically just throw down the Amex and pay the tab? Is it expected for her to pay the tab? Or would you, every once in a while, be like, no, I got it. I'm doing all right in life. You know, I'm not at Taylor Swift level, but I can afford this dinner tab. Because I've been in this situation multiple times, and I've talked about the fact that, you know, my brother has more money than God. I haven't paid for a dinner ever. There's never been a time I remember we've gone out, whether it's him and I or, let's say, a group of 10. He's picking up the tab. And I'm sure he does so out of, you know, his own generosity. But I'm sure he also knows nobody sitting here can, you know, has the money that you do. And not only that, over his years of being one of the, you know, 1%ers, he has also become accustomed to nicer things. We're not going to Chick-fil-A.
Right.
You know. So when it's like he's in town, do you want to meet for dinner? Yeah. His assistant makes a reservation, we show up. And this is the place where the tab is going to be somewhat sufficient because that's where he wants to eat. So, I guess it's just kind of, do I expect it? I mean, yeah, kind of. One, if you're going to invite us. Two, if you're going to make the reservation. And three, it's going to be at a place where, you know, you're ordering the Wagyu A5 beef for $180 for 4 ounces, then yeah, you're going to pick up the tab. So, yeah, I just kind of think, yeah, you're going to pick up the tab. But on the flip side to that, I know for a fact if I had those, if I had that many zeros in my checking account, I'm picking up the tab everywhere. There's no questions asked. Same boat, Kelly, or?
Well, I think it's tricky because, and I think it is maybe different between family members versus friends, because I don't ever want to feel like I'm a dependent on a friend. And we don't have to go order the most expensive steaks in town. Like, I can go out with a friend and offer to pick up the tab and really mean it and pick up the tab.
Yeah.
Even if the friend was far more wealthier than I, because I want to feel as though there's give and take on both sides. And to me, I'm uncomfortable with somebody constantly buying me things.
Yeah.
Unless it's a family member. Now, I don't know. That might be a little different there, but even there are times, where it was very customary for Charlie's mom to pick up the tab for everything. But Charlie and I would grab the waiter beforehand sometimes, because this isn't always going to happen. We're not always it just feels like you're taking from someone when you can actually pay too.
Okay.
I maybe I'm not making very much sense, but I'm saying I feel like there's more to consider than the net worth of each person at the table.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
There's more to consider.
Yeah, okay. Keith texts in, say, I'll pay for myself every time. Wade made a point. The more famous you are, the more free stuff you get. So a lot of times they'll write it off,
But say you're not writing it off. Say it's an actual tab that somebody has to pay.
Vic?
I'm always going to go prepared to pay for myself. And if they offer, great.
Okay.
But I'm never going to walk in not thinking that it is my responsibility to pay for my food, so I need to make sure I am capable of doing that wherever we're going. And if I'm not sure whether this person's going to pay or not, and I can't afford to go to the expensive place, I'm just going to turn down the invitation.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to go because they want me to go to this place where I'm going to spend $300 or $400 for a meal that I can't afford to do that.
And that's the other thing too is have you been in this situation where you get an invite like, oh hey, I'm in town or whatever, we should grab dinner. You and Heather want to go with Nora and I, let's say, and I'm in town, and then it's like, let's go to Fire downtown where it's going to be easily $100 a person, if not more.
Right. I can always.
And then it's like, wait, hold on. Thanks for the invite.
Right. Can we get together after?
But you're right. You want to grab a drink? You want to grab a cocktail afterwards or something? Because they're not exactly in the situation.
Yeah. And they people like that, they live in a bit of a different world. Actually, a lot different world. And if I say, can we grab a drink after? And they're like, well, why don't you want to go to dinner? I'm like, that place is just a little out of my range. And they say, no, I got this. Then let's go.
Right, yeah. Okay,
but what if that's routinely happening?
Well, I can't help. I don't live in that world.
Okay,
I can't help it.
All right. Say we're going to a regular place that you can afford every day.
Okay.
All right, and your friend who makes more money than you is constantly picking up the tab. Doesn't that start to feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, that would. I couldn't do that nonstop.
And I guess I would just take it one step further. I'm going to pull a Thick here and take it another step further and ask another question. There's about 3 friends in my life that I know if they were at a certain level, I would have no problem them picking up the tab. Because again, I would do the same thing. But that's a small circle. You get outside of those couple people that, again, are more family to me than they are friends.
Right.
So that's the category it falls in.
And with your brother,
but,
I mean, like, if you put yourself in the place of your brother, you'd be like, of course I'm paying. This is stupid. There's no reason for you to pay.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I could pay for 1,000 dinners like this right now.
Right now, right. It would make no difference to me whatsoever.
Right.
And I would want my friends, especially, like I said, my close friends, to experience, this amazing steak I tried. No, you got to try this. I know it's a $300 steak. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You got to try it. It's amazing.
I need you to have this experience.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
paying for it. Yeah.
The joy I know it'll bring you will bring me joy.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a thin line. All right, let's see. Rachel says, that's exactly how I am, Thick. Even on a date, prepared to pay. It doesn't matter.
No, I think that's smart.
I love Tammy. She said, my boyfriend always pays for everything, and it makes me uncomfortable, so I Zelle him money for my food afterwards.
Yeah. 800-821-9970. Have you been in this situation before?
Dave says, my father was worth $3 million at the end of his life. I'm a truck driver. When we went to dinner, I paid every other meal. I couldn't let him pay any more often.
Okay.
And like splitting it. I like that. That is how I feel comfortable as well, Dave. I feel like we'll trade off or we're all paying for our own.
And again, we could break this down a million ways. Are you making, a decent 6-figure salary where you're clearly doing okay versus someone like Taylor, who we're talking about, who...
Billions.
Yeah, that's a totally different scenario, for sure.
Okay, your brother goes to dinner with Taylor Swift. Who pays?
I bet my brother, because they're having a business meeting about the next musical that he wants, and it's going to be a business write-off for his business anyways, so he's not paying for a thing. So that's probably what's going to happen there, I guarantee you. 800-821-9970. I'd love to know if you've been in this situation before. 99.7 The Blitz. Simple question posted on the internet. When Taylor Swift goes out to dinner, like in a group or whatever, does she always pick up the tab? Is it expected? I mean, when you've got that many commas in your bank account, kind of expected, right? You would think. John, what's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, doing real good. Thanks for letting me on your radio station.
No, we appreciate you calling.
Yeah. Some time ago, I had a girlfriend ask me to go Dutch at a specific restaurant. And when it came time to pay the bill, I pulled out cash and laid it on the table. And she pulls out a buy one, get one free coupon.
Wait, so she intentionally asked you to go to this restaurant, asked you to go Dutch, knowing you were going to pay your own way, and knowing full well she had the old buy one, get one free in her purse.
Oh. In a nutshell.
Was that the end of the relationship?
No, but I soonly found out that she was extremely stingy, so that broke it off.
Yeah, that's...
Can I ask what restaurant?
No, I don't recall.
Oh, okay, that's all right. I was just curious.
I think I would sit there kind of flabbergasted, like, wait, what?
Hey, man, that's a pretty good move, though.
She's playing the game. Wait, how long were you together before she asked you to go to this restaurant and go Dutch? Were you dating 2 weeks? Were you dating 2 months, 2 years? How long was it?
2 months.
Oh, okay.
3 months.
Yeah. Well, at least she showed her cards early.
Yeah.
You knew what you were dealing with.
That might really peeve me if she did that.
I mean...
2 months in.
That's embarrassing. It's an embarrassing move.
I would feel played. Like, you know exactly what you did.
I'm gonna get a free meal.
You had the buy one, get one free. You know you invited me to this restaurant to go Dutch, knowing I'm paying my way, intentionally to use the buy one, get one free. Yeah, that would piss me off.
Yeah, you're just the vehicle for her to get a free meal.
The free meal, exactly. Man, John, thanks for joining the show. I really appreciate it.
I do have to tell you that the most hurtful part of the whole event was she let out this most maniacal laugh I've ever heard.
Ooh.
And that's what hurt the most.
Yeah, that's scary. That's flat out scary.
Bitch!
I appreciate the call, John. Thank you so much. Have yourself a great Tuesday. 800-821-9970. Someone's sitting there. Let's call it 10 mil in the bank or more. Are they just expected to pick up the tab every time? I'm saying yes. I think that's you need to know that as a 1%er, people aren't going to get to experience the things you're going to get to experience. So if you give them the chance to do so, then do it.
I bet Taylor Swift doesn't even know anybody who makes like our level of income. Who is she hanging out with that doesn't also make millions upon millions
on a regular basis? You're probably right. It kind of does get to that level. You're not wrong.
And now, all right, I'm listening. The 3 things you need to know before you go.
A Columbus woman accused of murdering a 5-year-old boy she had legal custody of could be heading to trial. Franklin County Judge Mark Serra says Pammy May was found competent for prosecution in her last psychological evaluation. Investigators say May killed her foster child, Darnell Taylor, in February of 2024 and dumped his body in a sewer drain off Marsdale Avenue. An attorney for May says she plans to plead not guilty by reason of insanity to counts including aggravated murder. California Democrat Congressman Eric Swalwell, who ended his bid for governor of California over the weekend, is now resigning from Congress amid accusations of sexual assault. A former staffer claims Swalwell, I hope I'm saying that right, Swalwell sexually assaulted her 2 times, and then 3 other women have come forward to say he sexually harassed them. Swalwell has denied the allegations, but has also apologized to his family, staff, and constituents for what he calls mistakes in judgment. I'll say. Meanwhile, Republican Tony Gonzalez of Texas is also resigning from Congress. He's faced pressure to do so ever since ending his re-election bid in March after admitting he had an affair with a staffer who later died by suicide. You guys keep it in your pants, including you, Katy Perry. My gosh, what is going on? Does nobody have practice self-control anymore?
Nope.
You just freaking swing it out at anybody who blinks twice at you?
Don't ruin my Friday night.
Ugh. People, you do have control over yourselves, don't you?
Some people can't control themselves.
They can. That is a cop-out. I know I can control my internet usage. Do I? No. But I know I could if I wanted to.
Right.
But you don't.
Right. It's the same thing, I guess.
His last name sounds like someone who's hearing impaired asking for a really great finish. Are you going to say that?
Ew, gross.
That's what you were saying.
Katy Perry's being accused of sexual assault in a series of posts on Threads. 40-year-old Australian actor Ruby Rose details the assault, which allegedly happened around 16 years ago. She says it happened at a nightclub and that the assault caused her to vomit. In the post, and these were like explicit. If you want to read what happened, be my guest. But in the post, she basically says she thinks it's too late to make a police report. It happened almost 2 decades.
Yeah, 16 years ago.
But then she said she invited Katy Perry to sue her. Sue me, because I have proof. There are witnesses and photos. So, photo? Okay. Listen, I'm not the biggest Katy Perry fan, but this is very serious and extreme.
I'm trying to figure out the Twister-esque moves that had to take place. Just from the one description I read where she was tired of Katy Perry and she went to sit, Ruby Rose went to sit on her boyfriend's lap, and then apparently Katy Perry came over and
her head was lying on his lap. Ruby Rose's.
Okay.
That's how
that
it
makes
happened.
a little more sense.
Yeah.
And then Katy Perry just pulled everything aside and sat down.
Yeah.
Right there.
Gross.
What? That makes what are you hoping for there? I don't understand.
It really is sickening. If that indeed happened, and if it didn't, it's sickening.
Are you thinking Ruby Rose was like Pinocchio? Lie to me, Pinocchio, lie to me. Why are you sitting right there? It makes no sense. She stood up, all you heard was popped right out.
Well, Ruby Rose says she was young, number one. Number two, she didn't say anything at the time because Katy Perry was helping her get her U.S. work visa, and she felt like that was at stake. So she couldn't say anything. Katy Perry's rep says that Perry denies everything, denies the accusations, calls them reckless lies. But again, Ruby Rose said, why don't you sue me then? Sue me, because I would really like some discovery to happen here in court.
Right, but if I guess the next thing that would take place is that Ruby Rose will go to the police if she wants to, and if there is evidence, then Katy Perry would get arrested.
Well, either way,
and then it would go to court.
Yeah, there's got to be some type of evidence, even if it's a civil, a slander trial or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, you subpoenaed the boyfriend.
Yeah,
because he was obviously
there.
He was definitely a witness, a close-up witness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. Anyway, those are your 3 things.
All right, I found it. Good old reboot always helps the computer.
Yes,
But I did
does.
find out what I want to talk about here. Over the past, now 6 years, whatever side of the fence you're on, doesn't matter. But we do know that when it comes to vaccines and such, can be a bit split. Well, a virologist by the name of Chris Buck believes he has just created a new way to get a vaccine you need. Now, this isn't for like the flu shot or immunizations for kids or anything. This is very specific. It's for the polyomaviruses, which are small viruses that cause asymptomatic infections in most people, but can lead to very serious health issues for people with weakened immune systems. Kind of like something that is like you didn't die from this, but complications from.
Yeah, like you can be a carrier for something. It can be in there,
yes,
but not showing any symptoms.
And they can cause problems later in life. So here's the deal. You would think maybe, if you're scared of needles, this will be perfect for you. But it really did not come from people who are scared of needles. It came because researchers haven't yet developed an injectable vaccine for these viruses yet. So they don't really have a way to get you what you need. Well, he thinks that he has discovered a way. And that is the new experimental vaccine beer.
Oh.
Yep. Basically, they have used engineered yeast to deliver the antigens to your body that you need instead of them injecting them.
Okay.
And he says, look, this could be a way to work. It can actually get into your system fairly quickly, when that liquid is just absorbed into your bloodstream. Now, there is a lot of pushback because they say, one, this is being deployed and delivered through food, and those don't face the same strict oversights as injectable-type medicines. So they're a little concerned about how they're going to test these things. Although there are so many things that are put on the market that aren't really tested enough anyways, so does it really matter? Also, they haven't quite completed the trials yet. They've gone from making it to testing the vaccine beer on mice, and they have started the clinical human trials, but only Chris and his brother have taken it so far.
Okay, that's the clinical trial.
That's the clinical trial so far.
The creator and his family.
Yes. Why they chose beer? He says, well, look, I'm very passionate about beer. I've had a home brewery for decades, so I figured, why not have this delivery system for this vaccine? That's got to be a crazy first step to have an idea like this, a medicinal idea, and then to say, I'm going to be the first to take it. That's some cojones right there. To be the first human in the human trial, even if it is your own invention, still, that takes, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could be the first person to say, yep, I'm going to drink this concoction in hopes that it helps me medically.
I won't even buy the first generation of a new, device.
Right, yeah, I'm not buying the first generation PlayStation 6.
No.
I'm waiting about a year before they get the bugs worked out.
When new Windows comes out, I'll take give me 3 updates down the road.
Right.
Yeah. Work out them bugs first before I'm jumping on it. So if you are one of these people that might be living with one of these polyomaviruses, then look forward to maybe drinking your vaccine in your beer in the near future.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
Our first story takes us over to Seattle, where police have just arrested a 20-year-old man after violating his probation. Here's the deal. Apparently, the man, who was already out with an ankle monitor on probation for previous crimes, including grand theft, was spotted by his ankle bracelet in a part of town well known for illegal activity, drug sales, and things of that nature. You should probably avoid that area altogether if you're already on probation. That's not where you should be seen.
Right.
Unfortunately, he went. So police kind of kept an eye on things and sure enough saw the man in a vehicle with 3 other people, 2 of whom had warrants out for their arrest, so police were already looking for them.
What, so you can't hang out with your friends?
You can, but if you do, and you're already on probation, and your friends have warrants out for their arrest, don't have multiple weapons in your vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Which is also what happened. They found 4 handguns, a bunch of weed, and a bunch of weed paraphernalia in the car. Police arrested the suspect and the 3 other people in the car. What are you doing? Poor choices. However, if you do get arrested, maybe you should call on Hina Havilia Martinez, who will now be spending some time behind bars because she was just sentenced to 6 years in prison in Texas because she was, what we thought, doing a good thing. She was trying to help the inmates who are in jail, trying to turn their lives around, and said the best way you can do so is connect with Jesus. You need the Bible in your life. And Miss Martinez was providing those Bibles for the inmates.
Uh-oh.
She was mailing these Bibles to these Texas inmates through the mail. Well, unfortunately, the staff at the jail were like, something ain't right. Because they check the mail. When you mail things, if you're going to mail gifts or whatever, they're going to go through the gifts that you mail your inmate relatives or friends.
This feels a little heavier than a normal Bible might.
And not only was it heavy, but they were kind of flipping through, and instead of the normal the pages you would flip through a book, it was kind of tunk tunk tunk. Like the pages were very heavy and very thick. And upon testing, they found out that the pages were all saturated and soaked in synthetic cannabis.
Whoa.
So, sure enough, they started doing a little investigating, and surveillance footage from an Office Depot store showed Martinez using the self-checkout stations to mail at least 3 packages containing about 360 grams of synthetic cannabis in these Bibles. Some of the Bibles had pages cut out. A lot of the Bibles had the pages soaked in this liquid and then kind of re-waxed, if you will. And then during the subsequent home search, authorities seized approximately 4.9 pounds of synthetic cannabis, thrice in liquid powder and paper sheet form. So, yeah, she's going to be spending a little time behind bars. That's your not-so-breaking news, 99.7 The Blitz. I saw someone post this on somewhere on social medias. It's a brand of bread that you can pick up if you ever visit Finland and you want some Finnish bread. Kelly, grab your pen and paper real quick.
Okay. Hit me.
The label on this bread, on the plastic cellophane wrap around the bread, very clear as day, says Jussipussi Pussi.
Yeah, nope.
I really want to know, does that mean something in Finnish that I don't know? Does it mean...
I'll have the rye.
Does it mean soft white bread? Again.
Yeah, it's probably...
Things mean different things in different languages. Let me see. Finnish translation to the Googles. Finnish brand of breads, rolls, and it literally translates to Jussie's bag.
Yeah, for Jussie's.
Jussie's bag.
Okay.
All right, fine.
I'm not taking any chances.
No?
Nah.
I'm just curious, is it sourdough? Or is it just plain bread? Is it a specialty bread? Because it looks like they have... so Jussie is equivalent to John. So John... That makes it even worse. Now you're eating John's bag. So you know, you are putting John's bag in your mouth.
Or pouch.
That doesn't help.
No.
It's like a 180.
Yeah.
What we were thinking.
Yes, that's exactly it. You're exactly right. But, if John comes up, he's like, do you want my pouch in your mouth? I'm like, I don't know if I do. But I would love to know if you've ever come across another product like this because, again, you go overseas, they've got some unique products for sure. You can find all kinds of name brands overseas that we don't have here. But John's Pouch, I don't know if that's the best name for a product. Call me crazy. 800-821-9970. It's 997 The Blitz. All right, so we were just talking about this post I saw on social media. Someone took a picture and posted a brand of bread over in Finland, and it's spelled Jussipussi. And first look, you know exactly what that sounds like. But then it turns out it's actually translation to John's bag, which makes it... Or what was the other one? Not bag.
Pouch.
Pouch. John's pouch, which doesn't make it any better.
No.
However, Kelly happened to jump online just a moment ago and came across a list of stores in Asia. And these stores would be the equivalent of our Lane Bryant's, basically.
Yeah, they're basically plus sizes. That's what they offer.
Right. I think one of them you said had like up to like 5X or something like that.
Yes.
These are specific stores made for specific people.
Yes.
However, when you go into a store here, that particular store, it's called Lane Bryant. I'm going to Lane Bryant.
Just a nice, normal name for a clothing store.
Correct. Now, what's this list you found, Kelly, of the stores in Asia?
Okay, the first one she talked about, this was a video on Instagram, a reel. The name of the store is BB Fat.
BB Fat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these are plus-size clothing stores for women, and they just say what they are. The next one is called Fatty Fat Girl.
No. What?
Okay, another one is called Love Calories. That's the name of a clothing store.
Love Calories.
Love Calories. And then we have Moo Moo with a cow.
My
picture of a cow
God.
on it. And then in Thailand, there's a store called Thai Fat. So if you're in Thailand and you need bigger clothes.
Are they intentionally trying to, like, embarrass you?
I don't think they have the same cultural, maybe, I don't want to say shame. It's not shame, but it's like we're very sensitive with how we treat people, as we should be.
Right.
But I don't know that they have the same sensitivity.
They're very straightforward.
It's like, hey, yeah, you're big, so come here and shop.
So come shop at Moo
I'm gonna let
Moo's
you know.
with a picture of a cow.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the Dudley Moore movie, Crazy People, where they just, they tried to make the most honest ads they could.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
It's Daryl Hannah and Dudley Moore. It's really funny. Like, there was this new horror movie coming out, and it said, see this movie because it will F you up for life.
Oh, okay.
That's what it said on the marquee at the theater.
Just straight bluntness, straightforwardness. Love Calories.
Love Calories.
What a name.
I don't want a Fatty Fat Girl shirt. With the logo.
Right.
You know, if I was going to Thick, I might want to order these before which by the way, we need to set a date for our lunch at Umi.
The all-you-can-eat
yeah. Oh, I want a Fatty Fat Girl shirt. Walk into that all-you-can-eat
They're like,
buffet.
no, you don't.
Yeah.
You turn right around, son.
Oh, I'm gonna make sure I've got all that butter from the crab legs just on my shirt. I'm definitely going to miss one piece of sushi and have a piece of salmon just sitting right there on my shoulder. Yeah, I'm going in hot to Umi when I go tear up that all-you-can-eat buffet. Find out if they have a merch store so I can order a Fatty Fat Girl shirt. I'm 100% on it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Why, any of those.
Or what's the other one I really want to try that I haven't been to yet? Meat Moot, where you order meat by the pound.
Oh, yeah.
With the brisket and the ribs.
It sounds like a smoked, is that like smoked
Yeah, they have a bunch of smoked
food?
meat. Yeah. Oh, yeah, give me that Fatty Fat Girl shirt. I'm in 100%.
And now, all right, I'm listening. The 3 things you need to know before you go.
Final preparations being made before the launch of the new season of Kings Island. It's opening Saturday already. About 3 weeks before Cedar Point. That park doesn't open until May 9th. It's about a month, I guess. Anyway, the Grand Carousel at Kings Island is turning 100 years old this season, and a new and improved Phantom Theater ride is opening. I can't believe it's park time already.
Did you say?
Exciting?
Did you say as someone who's gone to Cedar Point and Kings Island? Because I'm a Cedar Point snob. It's what I grew up on.
Oh, Kings Island's not better than Cedar Point.
No,
it's not better,
but worth it.
It's a great option.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up going to Kings Island.
Okay.
It was closer for us.
Take the boys; they'd enjoy it.
Absolutely.
We also went to Cedar Point. We would take a trip and stay the night, and it was a blast at Cedar Point. Cedar Point's a great park.
Right.
Kings Island, I don't know what there is to sneeze at there. It's a really nice park. It's a fun park. There's everything you could want.
Because the boys love roller coasters, and I just have a fear if I'm going to spend the money leaving, going.
No, go to Cedar Point. If they love roller coasters, go to Cedar Point.
Well, go to YouTube, pull up the Kings Island roller coasters in POV and see them. I mean, they got some good ones. I mean, there's nothing in the world when it comes to roller coasters. No park in the world can touch Cedar Point.
Right.
They are the capital.
Yep.
Period.
People used to get mad at me when I used to live like in Colorado and stuff. And we go to like Elitch Gardens, which was a Six Flags park right in the middle of downtown Denver. They had the roller coaster, and I'd be like, I'm not wasting my time with this. I go to Cedar Point.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't go to Kings Island.
Right.
Ugh.
Well, I did. I even bought a season pass one year as I think a 17-year-old. I was like, you know what? I am going to go all summer. I didn't, but I did buy the season pass because I loved Kings Island that much.
Yeah. And if you do go to Kings Island, one thing you have to do to make it worth the trip is you have to get in line for the Beast as late as you can get to the closing so that you can ride the Beast through the woods in the dark.
Okay.
It is an experience like nothing else.
All right.
All right, a teenage boy is facing murder charges in the death of his stepsister during a family cruise vacation. They are just now charging this kid, 16 years old. Department of Justice says that he sexually assaulted and intentionally killed his 18-year-old stepsister, Anna Kepner. According to officials, Florida high school senior was killed last November while the family sailed in international waters aboard the Carnival cruise ship Horizon. Prosecutors say the boy was initially charged as a juvenile, but he has now been indicted as an adult. Well, we do now know the amount of money that Howard Stern's ex-employee is suing him for, $2.5 million. Leslie Kuhn, the former executive assistant to Howard and his wife Beth Stern, filed new documents a couple days ago. She managed the Sterns' Hamptons mansion until she was fired earlier this year. She's accusing the couple of creating a hostile work environment. Kuhn says she faced an impossible task of overseeing a household that also included an unmanageable and irresponsible cat rescue operation on site. She also claims to have witnessed questionable accounting practices. Now, the funny thing is, in December, they did apparently Howard Stern's production company sent her some paperwork that she would be getting a raise and a bonus, like raising her salary to something wild, like $265,000 a year, and then she'd be getting a $20,000 bonus. So apparently the irresponsible cat rescue operation was okay in December for her to agree to that, but as soon as they fired her 2 months later, the cat rescue operation was the problem.
And she's like, I wasn't paid for this.
Yeah.
They just kind of throw it at me.
Or just saying that it was unmanageable. She was no way she could have done a good job because nobody can do a good job in that situation. I'm like, well, you were working there for a while and you did accept a raise and a promise of a bonus. So everything was fine then. And then she's accusing them of questionable accounting practices.
Well, even if it wasn't doable, if you're promised a raise, you're still going to do your best.
Yeah.
And you're like, I tried. No one can fix this. I tried.
I guess my point is, wouldn't it rings more hollow after you've been fired to complain rather than
while you're
like saying, look, we can't
it can't operate like this.
I'm quitting because of your questionable accounting practices in your ridiculous cat rescue in-house.
Right.
Okay, maybe I'm expecting too much of someone. We've all probably worked jobs that
we hated.
That
and there's
we didn't really
I've worked at stations before, and you're like, the station's not going to work. You're not giving me the resources.
That's true.
That's not going to happen. But I still needed my paycheck, and I did the best I could.
Yeah. You're right.
And then I have left the station and be like, it was never going to work. I tried to tell you it was never going to work, and you didn't listen to me.
Also, what annoys me is an in-home cat rescue. That is an annoying operation. But they're in the Hamptons. I bet you they had maybe an outbuilding.
Oh, yeah. They had some sort of cat farmhouse or something.
What do they have, like 100 cats out there? And what does she have to, manage their care?
And then all of a sudden you wake up one morning, there's 7 more cats.
Like I can't do another cat!
Yeah.
I quit this bitch.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see where it all goes. It's a very interesting lawsuit, that's for sure. Those are your three things.
Are you a millionaire? I mean, I can tell you this. Mathematically, you have a better chance now than ever before because there are more American millionaires now than ever. However, it don't mean the same thing anymore.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people can be millionaires on paper.
Yeah,
because that's when you
net worth.
Right, when you add everything up, when you're talking about your house or your retirement fund or whatever, you could be a millionaire on paper. And I'm pretty sure it's got to be an amazing feeling if you see 2 commas in your 401k or 2 commas in your house value. It's got to be absolutely amazing to have that feeling. But just know that even if you do finally get that second comma in your savings account, it's not going to feel the same as it would because most millionaires say they still feel middle class. And the main reason, obviously, is due to cost of living.
Sure.
So, here's the deal. If you've got exactly $1 million in your account, you're doing great. However, you compared to 30 years ago, that's $2.1 million.
Yeah.
So, what you may have grown up with, seeing a millionaire, you're like, oh my God, they're a millionaire. Well, now you need like $2 million to actually be a millionaire. So, if you get those savings going, just know what you're working towards.
Now, if you see 2 commas in your salary, now you're talking.
Oh, yeah.
Then
your salary, that's a whole other story. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, as one person said, having $1 million doesn't mean that you're super wealthy anymore.
No, it doesn't, man.
At all. Just kind of getting by, which is... that's the wrong way to put it. You're not getting by. You're doing okay. But it's definitely not what it was.
Right.
And you definitely aren't, super wealthy anymore. So...
I mean, it's...
Keep plugging away. Yeah. Keep working at it. I know you can do it.
If I had $1 million,
what? You can't retire.
Not necessarily.
I mean, if I had $1 million in the bank right now, I would be here to work tomorrow, without a doubt.
You would?
Yeah, well, $1 million? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I still have many years before I can retire.
Yeah. But you could live off of the interest. It wouldn't be extravagant, but you could live off the interest. But it's going to be pretty average.
Yeah, it's just not. No, I would be here tomorrow. Yeah,
but I also
want
agree.
more than that for retirement. I don't know if I'll get to that.
But here's the thing. It's not very common at all anymore, but there was a heyday in the 90s and mid 2000s. You had $1 million morning shows.
I know, isn't that crazy?
I would still show up and do a morning show if I got $1 million salary. That would make me want to do it more.
Oh my God, we were talking about Howard Stern. He's getting sued for $2.whatever million. He makes $100 million a year off his show.
Yep.
And he has since 2005.
It's been a long time.
So this guy's not hurting. He's of course I think he only works 2 or 3 days a week.
Right, exactly. So, good luck to you on getting that second comma, not only in your retirement fund, but in your salary as well.
Now, let's see if we can learn you something. Sit up and pay attention.
Yeah, let's learn you some stuff on a Tuesday morning. Make you a little bit smarter than you were when you woke up today. Like, did you know scratching actually makes you itch worse because it causes your brain to release serotonin, which increases the sensations all over your body, including the sensation of itch, and then you itch more.
That's just not fair. It's not right. It's just not right.
Can I tell you, I mentioned this before. I'm waiting for it to come out, but I told you I saw a trailer for a scary movie coming out, which I don't do scary movies. I just think they're dumb. I don't like them.
Right.
But I saw a thumbnail for a trailer on YouTube, and it's the picture of like a forearm up, just the top part of a hand, and the whole side of the wrist is all red and kind of lightly bloody, but not really. And the movie is just called Itch.
Oh, no. I don't want to see that.
And you can see in the trailer people scratching themselves to the point where they're like, oh.
I'm good. I don't need that.
Gives me the heebie-jeebies. Did you know that California has a law on the books that says if a frog dies during a frog jumping contest, it cannot be eaten? No frog legs for you if your frog dies during a frog jumping contest.
Am I allowed to catch frogs to eat?
Yeah. But if you catch a frog and put it in a frog jumping contest and it dies,
why?
You then cannot eat it.
What the hell?
That's a very valid question. Why? I don't know.
California's so weird.
Well, I see. There are a lot of laws out there.
Oh, I know.
I think in Idaho it's illegal to chain your alligator to a fire hydrant. Like, it's on the books.
There was some law in the books in Upper Arlington where you were not allowed to unload groceries out of your car after 1 p.m. on Sundays or something like that. It's like, what?
What? Why? Did you know the Disney Pixar movie The Incredibles, although it seems futuristic, is set in 1962?
Oh.
I did not know that.
Okay.
I'm going to go back and how do they know? Are there any clues about that? Do they say it?
No idea.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen The Incredibles? Oh, very good movie. Very good. Did you know the largest Japanese population outside of Japan is in Brazil? There are about 2 million Japanese people in Brazil. First Japanese people moved there in the early 1900s for work, and future generations have just stayed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there's a very large, largest Jewish population, or Japanese population in Brazil.
How many?
About 2 million.
I was checking the population of the country. Oh, there's 213 million people in Brazil.
Oh, there's a lot of people in
I didn't realize it was that big.
Yeah, no, it's big. Yeah, it's not quite America size.
So it is a small
big.
percentage.
Yes.
Like 1%.
And finally, you ever watch The Twilight Zone, Thick?
Yeah, like the original TV?
Yeah.
The black and white?
Yeah.
Rod Serling?
There's a very famous episode called Nightmare at 20,000 Feet.
Oh, with the gremlin?
With William Shatner.
Yeah.
On a plane.
Yeah.
And he's looking out, and there's something on the wing trying to destroy the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Very famous episode. Well, did you know that on a plane, they have the William Shatner seat? And it's called that because of the episode.
Oh.
And it's not really a seat, but I'm going to have to look for this. I've never seen this before. There is a small black triangle on the wall in the middle of an airplane. And that signifies the perfect view of the wing.
Right.
And crew members use it as an inspection marker. So if they're looking for, like, making sure the flaps are moving or to make sure that the wings aren't icing up, they know they can stand right there and get the perfect view of the wing. But it's called the William Shatner seat. So I'm going to have to look for that next time.
They remade that scene in the Twilight Zone, the movie. Did you ever see that?
Oh, I bet that's where I saw it from.
Probably.
I never watched the Twilight Zone original.
And in the movie, it was John Lithgow.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
I remember that.
It broke the window and grabbed him by the face, and he was just scared of that, and then it let him, and then it shook his finger. It was a gremlin.
Yeah.
That's what they called a gremlin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's what it was. It was a gremlin because
from the movie Gremlins?
No, that came long after Twilight Zone. But no, there were a thing called gremlins before the movie Gremlin, and they would terrorize things. They would destroy mechanical stuff, and so that gremlin was on the wing tearing the engine apart in the wing in the original episode, and that's what he was doing in the remake in the movie as well.
All right.
And they didn't look like Gizmo. The face was very similar. If you saw the face in the movie, it was very similar to the face of, like, Stripe in the movie Gremlins. Man, I'm sure you could probably pull
To the Googles.
You could pull up the image.
Nightmare at 20,000 feet. There it is. The William Shatner one looks nothing like a gremlin.
No, look at the...
Looks like Nosferatu.
Yeah, look at the movie one. The movie one, it does. That's what I was getting at.
Twilight Zone.
The movie. John Lithgow, Gremlin.
All right.
That should do it for you.
Movie.
And you'll see. Yeah, it looks definitely kind of the face of it anyway. I think they're bigger than...
No, he's got spikes on his back.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, so next time you're on a plane, look for the black triangle known as the William Shatner seat. Learning some stuff on a Tuesday morning, 99.7 The Blitz.